Let's go over the introduction to Rig It Right. And the first thing to know is how to take control of your outliner, node editor, and history. And first off, we've got to know the difference between our shape nodes and our transform nodes. So here's an image from the book where we see a sphere, and down here we can see the subdivision height that actually changes the book itself, the ball itself. Let me just show you here in Maya. Right, so you probably know this. If you grab a sphere, open up that shape node, and we can adjust these, right? And that's perfectly cool. And now we need to understand how to get to that shape node and where to find it. Okay, so the first one we want to do is learn how to look under the hood. So we want to make sure we can see it in the outliner. It's under Window, Outliner. You won't see it, right? You see the transform nodes. So if I go to Show and turn on, Display and turn on Shapes, now you can see that shape node. And see when I select it, now I see just that shape node. Transform node, you see the transform node and the shape node down here. Very important when you're trying to connect things together. Another way to see it is using the node editor. Why'd I say it like that? Node editor. All right, so Windows, node editor, and there we can see it there. So if the node editor is blank to begin with, we have nothing there, clear. You can select the ball and click on that little plus, and that brings it in. So now you can see there's the transform node and there's the shape node. Super important because this is where we're going to start hooking things together. I hit 3 on the keyboard to open that up. 1 closes it. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. There we can see an example of, let's look more. So if we look at this, I'm just going to grab the transform shape and we'll click input output, or what's it called now? Oh, it's input output connections, upstream, downstream connections. And now I can see more. There's a transform that's feeding into, the polysphere thingy, right? That's feeding, thingy, that's a real term. This is the generator. It's feeding into the shape node. And here we've got a transform node down here. And you can see they don't look like they're actually connected. And they're just generating things together. Now, when we delete history, watch this. I've got the transform node selected. You can see the history there. Do edit, delete by type history. And now that generator gets deleted, and I still have that shape node. And now I can't go in and adjust the height, subdivisions, or anything like that. Does that make sense? All right, so super important to know how to get to your transform node here and your shape node there, and to be able to, so we can hook things up, etc. And it's up to you whether you like the node editor or you like the outliner. Personally, I use the outliner for hierarchy stuff, and I use the node editor for nodes. Happy rigging.